A lot is happening behind the scenes after the state's marijuana law took effect last August. Now, some cities are considering how they could use the law to their benefit. The city of Osseo is among them. It's studying a possible municipal store for cannabis sales. During a recent work session, one council member said he hopes Osseo could be among the first in the state to have a municipal store. Osseo has a committee studying the issue of cannabis sales. Opening a municipal store is considered for several reasons. Chief among them, the city could control the safety aspect. And two, cannabis sales could be a game changer for reducing the burden on taxpayers to pay for city needs.
And that, for me, that was one of the big things in originally suggesting this was an opportunity. Before you got here, we were always really constantly trying to find different ways to create revenue in a respectful manner that could offset the tax burden to the residents. If that wasn't a huge priority, I don't know that I would be as excited and adamant about this moving ahead.
Osseo City Council member Mark Schultz has been studying cannabis operations in Missouri, which approved legalization 2 years ago. He says Minnesota will likely be modeled after Missouri. A fatal shooting last year in Brooklyn Park will result in prison time for a teenager convicted of the crime. A judge sentenced 18-year-old Farah Ahmed to more than 25 years for last May's fatal shooting at the Quick African Market. At least 2/3 of that sentence must be served in prison, with the rest on supervised release. 16-year-old Jacone Anderson died from the shooting. A criminal complaint says Ahmed started shooting at Anderson inside the store and chased him from the store while continuing to shoot. The Robbinsdale Area School District is facing significant budget deficits heading into the 2025 fiscal year. District administrators are proposing about $17 million in cuts to make up the difference. District officials are planning on higher costs for transportation and staffing. Meanwhile, federal COVID assistance funds are running out. Interim Superintendent Marty Voigt says the district needs to cut about $10 million in wages and about $3 million in benefits. District officials have not yet decided where to make those cuts. Voigt says she hopes to keep cuts away from the classroom.
You sit here and you talk about cutting. We don't even have all of our positions filled. And even if we did have all of our positions filled, I don't even think we would still have appropriate class sizes.
But we are going to be cutting teachers. There's no way around it right now. I can guarantee you with this number, we are cutting teachers.
District officials say student enrollment is projected to drop in fiscal year 2025. A Hennepin Technical College professor has passed his passion for good design on to decades of students. And as reporter Emily Haugen explains, he's now being honored for that.
How does it look, everybody?
At the head of every classroom is a teacher.
How do I make this lighter? How do I make it darker?
And at the heart of every good teacher,
So shadows and highlights. Look down in the deep part of the shadows.
is a passion.
The question is, do you want that to have detail?
Paul Howlett certainly has that. He teaches graphic design at Hennepin Technical College.
I try to inspire students to figure out things for themselves. In a nutshell, that's what I do.
He's been there for 25 years. And over those years, his work hasn't gone unnoticed.
One of the things with photography is composition, right?
Not by his students or his colleagues.
I feel like he is the cornerstone of this department. He knows everything in and out.
Lena Sadadine was both. First a student of his, and now she's a lab assistant. She nominated Howlett for an Excellence in Teaching Award.
I think he's an inspiring figure at HTC.
But Howlett says he doesn't do it for the awards.
I've been a creative source to myself, and then that's what I want other people to figure out. How do you figure out your creative source inside?
His years in the classroom and the field are a testament to his work.
That's the cool thing about telling the story. It's perfectly surrounding the word lakes. I don't know if that was intentional or if you're like, that's just how it was.
He hopes to pass this along to his students.
I want them to be a creative problem solver that will calm or ease the minds of clients. Everything we do has an intention of purpose to it. This is actually our building here at school.
He's teaching generations to leave a legacy of good design. At Hennepin Tech, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Hennepin Tech nominates someone for these awards each year. We should know if Professor Howlett is a winner in a few weeks. The Brooklyn Park Food Bank received a massive donation this month that was truly the bee's knees. Second Harvest Heartland received 6,000 bear-shaped bottles of Sioux bee clover honey. The donation was part of Operation Honey Bear Hug, an initiative by the Iowa-based beekeeping co-op Sioux Honey to distribute honey to different hunger relief organizations across the United States. Officials from Second Harvest say the 6,000 bottles is the largest honey donation they've ever received. To put the size of the donation in perspective, officials from Sioux Honey say if you stacked all 6,000 bottles of honey together, they would be taller than Minnesota's two largest buildings combined, the IDS Tower and the Capella Tower. Now that the Ice Castles is officially open in Maple Grove, a popular cupcake shop is getting in on the fun. On Thursday, Nadia Cakes launched a new Winter Wonderland cupcake, which was inspired by the Ice Castles. The vanilla cupcake is layered in purple, blue, and white colors, and it's topped with a blue marshmallow buttercream frosting, a little bit of glitter, and an edible snowflake. The hope is that people enjoy the Ice Castles and then continue the fun with Ice Castle-themed cupcakes.
This is a beautiful city. To see all the things that we have, and Nadia Cakes is a huge part of that Maple Grove. So to get people that wouldn't normally be in the area to come here, I think is a really special thing.
Nadia Cakes will carry the Winter Wonderland cupcakes through the weekend, and if they turn out to be a hot seller, they'll keep them going through the duration of the Ice Castles run.